Good evening, it's George the Fragrance Apprentice here. Today we're going to be talking about Hugo Boss's The Scent with their latest release, the Le Parfum edition. Now, I'm a fan of the Scent fragrance line, as you already know. I love me some Absolute, I love me some Private Accord. I'm not actually the biggest fan of the original. I find it a little bit too weak, a little bit too watery compared to the other fragrances, and maybe it's kind of like weak, watery, and overly sweet all at the same time. Not really a fan of it, but I love the Absolute version. Really do enjoy the Private Accord version. Enjoyed that quite a tremendous amount this previous winter. So I was very excited to get this. I also had the last year version, the spring one. I can't remember it. It's gone out of my memory. Yeah, you know, this one. And it just wasn't very good, wasn't particularly enjoyable. I didn't really like that. Not many people did like that. Fragrant Jesus, of course, didn't like that. And me and Fragrant Jesus usually have a similar taste in fragrance, to be honest with you. So when he said that he enjoyed this, I was a little bit more excited to get this. So I did actually just get a full 100 milliliter of the Le Parfum version. So let's go straight into the review with Would You Like This? So this is a much more fruitier take than Absolute and a lot more fruitier than Private Accord. Private Accord is really interesting because it's got that bitter, dark, biting, dark chocolate and coffee smell that's in there. Absolute is just very well rounded, it's very streamlined, but this is going towards the fruity end of the spectrum with the Scent DNA. So if you do like the Scent fragrances, I think you'll probably like this. I think you'll enjoy it, but you must have a sweet tooth. You must really enjoy the Monaco fruit that's in the fragrance, because this really hones in on that smell and really hones in on that scent. So if you do like that, then this could work for you. If you enjoy designer sweet fragrances in general, this could work for you. If you're a bit younger, if you're in your early to mid 20s, this could really work for you. Like I said, the sweetness is going to put people off. The sweetness is the thing that's making me a little bit more cautious with recommending this to you. With Private Accord and Absolute, I can easily recommend that to quite a few people. This has got less variety because of the quite intense fruity sweetness in here. So presentation, if you've seen one scent bottle, you've kind of seen them all. It works very well, it's nice, it's bold, I really enjoy the contrast, but I do sometimes get confused between this and the Absolute. They're very similar bottle design. Even the colour coordinating and the texture is very similar. So it's nice, it's flashy, it's just a scent bottle, looks good. I think that the most attractive out of all of them is the Scent Private Accord. And this is more in league with the Absolute bottle, so I'd give it a 4 out of 5, that's absolutely fine. So, the scent. You put this on, this is a very strong fragrance, which is going to be great for certain people. You know, performance, we'll get to that in a moment, but if you're worried about performance, don't. This is a very strong fragrance. But you put it on and you just get this Monaco fruit that's been in all of the scent fragrances, but just turned up to 11. You get the nice, you know, icing sugary smell that's been in all of them, but any kind of element of wood or savory element has just been turned all the way down, and you get this very fruity, poppy smell, almost going towards bubblegum scent with this one. It's very strong, it's very loud, but I do like it. I do quite enjoy it. I think that this is going to work really well for me in spring. This actually, I was wearing this the other day where it had been really hot and sunny and lovely, and then you have that smell where, you know, and then you have it when the rain comes down and you get that, there is a certain word for it, the smell of rain touching the ground after it's been quite hot and sunny. And I was wearing this fragrance and this smell really complemented that smell and that vibe. So this would actually work really well for rainy summer days, you know, which in Britain is summer, to be completely honest. But it's really pleasant. There is a fruity, there is that really high voltage fruity tone, but underneath it there is a surprising amount of earthiness, maybe just in the bottom, just to keep things interesting, just to keep things exciting. It's quite straightforward, it's quite linear. The only disappointing thing, the big disappointing thing I suppose about this fragrance is there's not really too much going on after that initial blast. Doesn't really dry down to anything, doesn't really go anywhere. It's just bombastic Monaco fruit with some earthiness underneath, some shell-shocking sweetness, and that's your lot, and that's it. I would have liked maybe more, but that is sort of consistent with what the scent does. I think the most intricate and interesting one is the Private Accord fragrance, like I said. but I have enjoyed it. I do like it. I would recommend it. I think it's great, but it's not as versatile as the other fragrances, but it's fine. It's good. I enjoy it. I think that overall I'm happy to give this a 4 out of 5, all things considered. Now, performance is pretty beastly. That's quite an incredible thing about it. Like I said, I've worn it in spring. I'm wearing it right now in spring, and that's fine. I can imagine this could do really well in autumn, could do really well in winter. The fruitiness just doesn't really kind of gel completely well with autumn and winter in my mind. Fruit is usually a springtime thing or a summer thing, but I would not dare wear this in summer because it's an absolute beast. Projection, this is getting a 5 out of 5. Seriously, this is a very, very strong fragrance. This is a very loud and powerful fragrance, which is, it's definitely louder than both of the other scent fragrances that I have in my collection by quite a good amount, actually. And longevity is a 4 out of 5. Very strong, definitely will fill a room, and if it gets warm, sunshine, then yeah, longevity is just going to be all day, all night. Could this be a spring, summer clubbing fragrance? Yes, I would definitely say that. Going out in the spring, summer, nighttime, evening fragrances, yes, I think that this would fit very, very homely into that category. Overall, an interesting and probably logical step forward in the scent DNA and scent releases. Some of you are really not going to like this, but if you do like that DNA and you like the fruity accord that's in the scent and you wish that you could just have all of the fruit come from that and come out and absolutely dominate the scent profile, this is going to work for you. And if you are looking for a brand new hot or warm weather going out nighttime fragrance for spring and summer, I would definitely recommend that you check this bad boy out. Overall, I'm happy to give the scent Le Parfum a 4 out of 5. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. We're nearly halfway with the Kickstarter, nearly at £10,000. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. If you want to know what that's all about, then there's a link in the description. I'm making a brand new short film, science fiction film, and yeah, that's the target really right now, 10 grand, and I think that we could definitely do it in maybe even the next 3 days, but I don't know, fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks so much. I'm the Fragrance Apprentice. Like, subscribe, and check out the Kickstarter for my brand new short science fiction film. I'll see you soon. Bye.